Following the U.S. missile strikes against Syria last week, the editor-in-chief of Mother Jones, the publication, Clara Jeffrey, tweeted out that the missiles are called Tomahawks must enrage a lot of Native Americans.
Wow. Is this the sort of political correctness that is spilling into our military? And if so, just how dangerous could this be for our troops?
Joining us right now is one person who says it is, former U.S. Army captain and author of a brand new book. It's called Dog Company, a true story of American soldiers abandoned by their high command. Roger Hill. Roger, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So what do you make of that? This person from Mother Jones said, Tomahawk and tying it to Native Americans.
Well, on the whole, it's just kind of a frustrating comment to hear because I think there are so many other newsworthy items worth reporting on or commenting on, especially for a person in her position. But to your larger point, I do think that PC culture has certainly crept into our society to an unprecedented level, to our government, and now even our military. And that is a cause of concern for me. I believe that our rules of engagement are so politically driven these days that it's unnecessarily endangering our men and women in uniform overseas.
You speak from experience. Tell us your personal story about rules of engagement. What happened to you?
Yeah, sure. So my first sergeant and I, Tommy Scott, led a heavy weapons company in Afghanistan in 2008, 2009, and we were in a very violent province in eastern Afghanistan. And it always seemed like the enemy was one step ahead of us, and we found out why. Through the aid of a counter-intel team, we discovered that we had 12 spies working on our base, one of which was my personal translator, believe it or not.
So they were just watching, they were listening, and then
reporting, yeah,
directly to the enemy.
They were.
Okay,
yeah.
So when you found that out, what'd you do?
Well, we were also receiving credible intelligence that we had a large-scale attack coming our way to our base. And my battalion had failed to pick these spies up after repeated requests. So we decided to interrogate them ourselves. That interrogation led to an investigation to a hearing, and then several of us being drummed out of the military.
Were you not supposed to interrogate them?
No, well, the interrogation also consisted of me firing a weapon into the ground to make a group of detainees speak. We needed some time-sensitive information out of them, which we got, but that was considered over the top. And the command even pursued war crimes charges at that time.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did that happen? I mean, I understand maybe one spy. That would be awful in and of itself. But to have so many spies, is that a result of this PC culture and all the red tape that the military has to deal with?
In part, I think we've got lots of work programs over in Afghanistan as a way to provide outreach to the local community. That doesn't excuse the fact that the government should have fully vetted these people, especially a translator who has access to the sensitive information that they do. But it happens a lot. I mean, if you dig into the headlines, you'll see that stuff hidden, you know, several pages back in the newspapers that it's happening and has happened
There's a new
consistently.
sheriff in town. What's your message for him? How can we protect our troops?
Yeah, sure. No, I appreciate that. So our rules of engagement have been very politically driven, especially over the past 8-10 years. And so before we consider moving into another conflict, and without me rendering an opinion on what it is we should or shouldn't be doing overseas, we need to take a hard look at our rules of engagement because they are getting our people killed and injured unnecessarily.
And because you didn't follow them, you were drummed out.
True. And, you know, there are a lot of people who have dealt with this sort of thing. So I'm not just speaking for the men and families of Dog Company or for myself, but a number of folks in uniform have dealt with this, especially over the last several years.
You were just trying to save lives.
Accomplish my mission and take care of my men, which is a part of my mission as well. Yeah.
But in the long run, you got the short end of the stick.
Sure. Fair enough.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you do for America.
Yeah.
We love our troops.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
The book
Army
is called
Captain Roger Hill.
Dog Company is the name of the book. All right.
Captain Hill, thank you so much.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.